They're the songs you grew up with, mixed with the best of today. 8:36 Saturday morning, the 1st of August. It's Luke on your breakfast show. That is a heart. The sun always shines on TV. And it shines even more on TV now because Pete Hirst is back in the studio. He's been making waves in the TV and film industry, directing, writing, starring in so many wonderful things that puts Birmingham front and centre as well. He's been on the show before. He's back again with exciting news. Pete, good morning.
Morning, Luke. Thank you for having me back.
Absolute pleasure. The last time you were here, in fact, the last time you were here, we were filming a scene for the B team, I think, weren't we?
Yeah, we had the old rabble in here. We had the lads.
Yeah.
A bit of a rowdy day that day.
And I watched it. It's now tell us about the B team. Where did this come from? Because it's now available on the telly. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it came from the idea of I was watching the A team and I thought this is brilliant and terrible at exactly the same time, and I just thought it lent a certain humour that kind of Birmingham also has as well. That kind of self-depreciating humour.
Yeah.
And I thought if we did an English version of this in Birmingham, it would just absolutely be brilliant. It would have that self-depreciating humour, have the comedy, the cheesy elements, kind of pull some of Birmingham's architecture in there as well to make it kind of look the same style. Again, with the terrible camera angles, the poor sound, to make it feel really cheesy and 80s.
It really does.
We just did it, yeah, that's what we went for.
I binge watched the first 4 or 5 episodes earlier in the week, and it's exactly that. It's 1980s, it's the A-Team but in Birmingham with brilliant characters, wonderful comedy as well. It's so fun. Some of those one-liners in there are just brilliant, like your character in particular.
My character is not the sharpest tool in the shed.
He's not.
His intentions are always good, you know, but he's not the brightest guy, no. And I wrote it, so I drew inspiration from just the silliest things. I've got a love of comedy for, so always the comic dad, the Homer Simpsons, the Peter Griffins, the dad that always means well but just never wins. And I very much drew BA from that because it worked perfectly, especially with the Brummie accent as well.
Oh, do you know what? It's so good to see Birmingham represented. I mean, so many wonderful landmarks in there. I think the Aldridge Social Club pops up a couple of times, doesn't it? Which is cracking.
Yeah, we got in there as often as we could. They were really good to us. And they serve very good beer. So.
Yeah. Morning to the Aldridge Social Club. Pop down for a pint. And it's all completely bonkers. Like if for anyone who's not seen this, who might tune in to watch it, expect complete hilarity and bonkers and just craziness.
I just tried to go as extreme as I could without people saying, you can't do that. And nobody said you can't do that. So I just put it just gets crazier and crazier as the episodes go. Episode 1 is quite mild, and then it just gets more and more extreme until you get to episode 6 and you've got prison fights, you've got a massive fight in the yard, you've got children beating grown men up, and you've got people trying to kind of sail across the seas and failing miserably. It just goes quite extreme by the time you get to the end of the series.
And it's your own children in this beating up the grown-ups in this, right?
Yeah, I mean, for legal purposes, we got our own kids to do it, 100%, yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant. I mean, I'm on episode 4 or 5, I think. Oh, I'm in episode 3. I was so excited, mate. Honestly, you came to the studio to film a scene because you're releasing a rap single, obviously.
Of course.
And how did it all go? I've not got much past episode 4. Does it end up well? Does it?
No, we end up getting sued for defamation and
do.
libel because the track is basically a rip-off of another track. You know, BA not being the smartest, just kind of, he plagiarises it, I suppose, almost. And I didn't really tell the guys the vibe before we came in here. I just kind of let them roam free, and as you could see on the day, they were just going around honking horns, screaming, shouting.
Who was it that found Les Ross's horn and was just honking it around? It was brilliant.
That was, and once you put something like that in Joe's hand, it's just like a big child. It will just go around honking all day long. My editing tasks, were quite high on that episode.
I was going to say, how long? Cause it's one thing writing it and starring in it, but what about the editing and stuff? It must be a long process to get this from kind of idea to on screen.
Yeah, editing is not something I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
I can do it and I'm great at it, but that's probably the hardest part because you have to visualise before you shoot every single shot you want and the angles and how you want it right in your head, and then you have to have that on screen. So it's like when you visualise a drawing in your head, and then when you draw it on paper, it never looks like what's in your head.
It's not.
So you kind of have to get that as a director and go, these are the shots and these are how I want them sliced together in post. And that's a luxury of editing yourself, I suppose. I don't have to explain to someone or run through a studio to go, hey, I want this, and they come back with something completely different. I can just visualise and put on the screen what I want. And then I'll obviously run it by people, and if they say that works, that doesn't, we chop and change and we make it work, you know, to be globally acceptable. What I find funny, a lot of people probably won't. And I've got quite a twisted sense of humour. So certain people are like, make that a little more PG, and the wider audience will find it funny instead of just you sat in the living room laughing your head off.
And who gives you that advice?
People around me.
Just surrounded by the entourage.
Director of photography, Shell. Joe will kind of watch something as well and go, that doesn't work. You know, the lads will kind of look over it. And then distribution as well. We'll say, yeah, we like this scene, but can you change it a little bit? They'll advise and say, look, we think it would be better if you did this. And, you know, we'll discuss it. I don't always agree with them, and we don't always say, that's what we're doing. But ultimately, we always kind of get to what's funniest between us. It's a collective. The
finished product is so good. The B Team is now available on telly. You're going to tell us a little bit more about where we can watch this, because if you need to see this, especially if you are a Brummie, because this has got Birmingham written all over it. It's